So what was George Lucas's original plan for the sequel trilogy? Well, I can guarantee it was much better than what we got. In many ways, it would have been very similar to the current films, but felt much more like a fresh story and not a retread. After the fall of the Empire, all the crime families of the galaxy would have banded together to fill the power vacuum left behind by the death of the Emperor. Leia would be attempting to rebuild the Republic, while Luke would be trying to rebuild the Jedi Order. The big bad for the trilogy would be none other than Darth Maul himself. Maul would have an apprentice named Darth Talon who would lead the charge with the remnants of the Empire that refused to surrender. The trilogy would follow these separate threads as they eventually defeat the remains of the Empire, take down Maul and Talon, and start the Republic and Jedi anew. Leia, not Luke or Anakin, was actually the chosen one to restore balance and order to the galaxy. Han Solo and Luke also both died in this trilogy as well. So anyone that was complaining about their deaths in the current sequel trilogy, that was going to happen regardless of whichever version we got. Get over it. There was also a female character that went through multiple name changes before landing on Kira, who would eventually become Rey in the current films. The first film would follow the destruction of Luke's new Jedi Order, and we see him give up and seclude himself on an island. Basically, all the stuff that was hinted at in The Last Jedi would be seen directly on screen. Han Solo even died at the hands of his own son, who turned to the dark side. Is all of this sounding familiar? So why didn't this trilogy happen? Well, apparently Lucas's wife was pregnant with another child, and he didn't want to spend another decade directing 3 more films, so he sold the rights of Star Wars to Disney, hoping they would just do it themselves following his drafts. Alas, they chucked most of his ideas and went in their own direction, and basically just retreaded the original trilogy. Yet there's so many similarities between the two versions that it begs the question, why did you throw this out? I wouldn't have wanted Lucas to direct a sequel trilogy because, let's be honest, I don't need more of this. But to just steal general ideas and chuck out his credit is incredibly sleazy. I'm hypercritical of Lucas, but I'm going to give credit where credit is due. This could have been The Godfather or Goodfellas in space. We lost out big time, thanks to Disney.
But I knew there's 3 more stories. And I knew that was going to probably take, to do it right would take about 10 years. And I said, I'm 70. I don't know whether I'll be here when I'm 80. Every 10 years, the odds get less. And so I said, and I'm not ready to do that because I want to do these other things. So I have to make the decision on my own that it's time for me to move on.